We're going to take a look at some fight scenes
from the awesome series Cobra Kai.
Hey, come on!
Oh, cheater. Oh, dude, I love this. He just gets tossed. Just, damn it! This is kind of like, wait, we have 100 extras who are fighting.
On the page, it looked insane because, I mean, they kind of just say, yeah, and they all just fight each other.
And it's just like, and the whole stadium erupts in an all-out brawl. Yeah, when it's just like 1/8 of a page, and you're like, how is the whole day gonna be 1/8 of a page?
In all of our background, they all own dojos. They're all senseis.
They're flying in from like all over the country.
They wanted to fight.
They wanted to fight. We broke how many cameras during the sequence?
Okay,
we broke a lot of lenses.
Broke a lot of lenses.
When we all showed up for the rehearsal, we couldn't even all fit in the rehearsal room. I remember going outside with a few people.
We trained in catering.
Yeah.
Like,
because you get there on the day and what you realize is like, oh shoot, the camera guy actually has to be where you wanted to throw that kick, and the lights have to be where you wanted to throw that punch. So we have to redesign the fight really here, right quick.
it was so run and gun.
Yeah,
There were some things,
awesome.
they'd have the camera and there were just empty spaces in there, so they had to just insert people.
We also had like another 100 people in gis that were standing extras. They were like, all right, you guys can't throw any punches, but you can grab each other and toss each other around. That's how you can tell like who's the martial artist extra and who's the like standing extra, when you just have people like
This is like still to this day one of my favorite fights. When Sam steps into this stance, that was a choice for Samantha in season 4, her taking Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang and putting them together as, the offense and defense of both things.
ooh, shoo. Yeah, that looks sick.
Yeah.
I wanted to pay homage to Sam and her training of Tory at Miyagi-Do, so I asked if we could take Samantha LaRusso's move from the season 4 All Valley tournament for that scene, just to show how full circle in the final season, how far Tory's come.
You see Tory switch stances, and she actually goes into Sam's stance from her season 4 tournament fight with her.
I went to Mary and asked her, and she was super excited about the idea. And so I tried to just kind of show the training that Daniel LaRusso and Samantha LaRusso would have brought to Tory.
The intention behind that, I welled up. Like, I got so emotional. It felt like, oh my God, that's the person I would cheer for like crazy, that like the young woman that she's become, and getting to tell that through a fight moment. It's as small and subtle as that. For all the people out there who really help to dissect our fights like that, I know you'll catch it, and I think that's so cool.
I saw what you did at the party. You kissed Miguel.
This is Samantha LaRusso and Tory Nichols' big first fight.
Get back in there!
This was a lot to learn, and I was just getting to know Mary, really.
It is almost impossible for me to watch it back without critiquing every single one of my karate moves. This was my first year getting to fight on the show, and so this was the end of the season, but at that point then 3 months of like practicing karate.
I had to learn how to professionally drag a girl by the hair. Yeah, you grab the hair and then they grab your wrist and your hand, so then you're dragging them.
So that all the tension is on the arm, not the hair.
I love that it kind of feels like a little time capsule moment where I get to look at it and go, what were you even punching at? There's no target there.
Yeah, once Miguel enters is when it starts. I forgot.
Hey! Settle down. I'm sure we can figure this out.
I love that tackle. You really tackled the shit out of him on that day.
Miguel started the fight. I was trying to break the fight up. He didn't stop to say, hey, what's going on? I'm just saying, I was just trying to protect myself.
We get to take moves and draw inspiration from some of our favorite martial arts movies and bring them to our stunt coordinators and be like, hey, how can we incorporate something like this? Or there's this flip, or there's this kick.
I definitely got to steal some moves from anime.
Yeah.
I would just send them clips from anime and be like, I like this would be cool, that would be cool. And it was fun getting to actually incorporate that stuff into some of the fights. This is the Scott Pilgrim kick.
That little wrap-around kick there, me and my stunt double at the time, Kane Sinclair, we both love Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, yeah,
and there's one specific kick. They throw their leg up and around, and then they do a side kick with it. We were trying to decide how practically we could actually do that. And we figured out if we used the banister, we could jump around and throw that leg around and throw that side kick and push Miguel into that wall. I was very proud of that, and Kane was very proud of that we kind of got to work that, and nobody else knows about it, but I guess they do now.
They do now.
And the moments that followed this were really, really fun to do as well with stunts and all that, like getting to do my first work with wires. I was under 18, so I had to film so much of this fight with Noah Bay Garrett.
He was the one that actually fell onto the staircase,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, they fully dropped him.
They fully dropped him.
Yeah.
I love that first kick that Gianni did to knock it out of my hand. Took so many tries, bro.
In season 1 and 2, I really didn't get to do any fighting, and I remember just watching you guys doing all of it, especially at the school one where I was like, oh man.
Hey man, we gotta do something.
Good idea. I'm gonna get a teacher. And then I did it, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is so much pressure. This whole thing with the flag was really difficult to coordinate. We kept getting twisted up.
Oh,
Yeah, well, baby. So I did learn that flip, and we practiced it, and then we get there on the day, and I could not get the flip down. I hate this moment, you little snake.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If there's one person who gets compared.
No! Dude, not the door handle mohawk, bruh.
Look, they had a crazy night. Kids do these things. Just don't overreact.
Okay, who the hell are you to help me about parenting? You need to open his door right now.
This was not an easy scene to do. Right here, the kicking in the door setup, you know, is the first time we sort of intercut with the final fight in the original Karate Kid film. And getting to this visceral place of, you know, let's do this, let's get this done as the fans are on the edge of their seats seeing these two guys. This all worked because it was all about Samantha. It's all about my daughter is in there and what's happening. You know, you really felt that these guys were gonna rip their heads off, and then all of a sudden Samantha and Robby come in and it becomes something else. It was about how can we get Johnny hot enough to make Daniel kicking the door not look like he's just a jerk kicking in the door when Johnny's trying to be a cool guy. It all plays.
Tori, you don't have to do this.
It's too late. This ends tonight. No mercy!
Oh, dude.
No mercy forever, though. I will stand behind that line.
Didn't he actually get hit in the head with that frying pan?
Oh yeah,
One
John
minute,
was just
yeah.
getting rocked with that pan.
Had to
Khalil sliding into that freaking door.
If one person messed up, we had to go all the way back and start over
Yeah.
again. Everyone had to hit their mark.
Or
and
the
everyone had to be
camera,
perfect.
or focus.
Right here was so technical, I remember.
It was really difficult. It was such a small.
Dude, the frame coming off.
Dude, yeah. Like that had to be land, like so many
The
things.
tree falling and the kids switching out. This breakaway jar right here.
Oh,
Oh my God.
You really carried this fight.
Her
Is this
tossing
for the lights?
him into the lights. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he had to hit that.
I mean, this was a little bit longer than our season 2 oneer. And I think that was the premise. They wanted to one-up themselves.
Fight!
That right there. How
There we
freaking
go.
cool are you?
That's just Cirque du Soleil.
That was you, wasn't it?
That one wasn't me because I was extremely sick during this fight.
Yes.
I was
you
going
were.
on my 3rd week of having bronchitis.
That
The
was-
day we shot this fight was the sickest I felt the entire time.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, just, Sarah, get a chest x-ray?
Yeah. Me and Patrick both learned this fight in 24 hours. Kudos to Patrick too, because it was a little bit easier for me since we've been in the fighting world and the choreo comes a
Yeah,
little
him
bit
catching
easier.
up to that Cobra Kai on the fly. It's pretty miraculous what we're able to pull off on this budget and time and the amount of fights.
It was super cool to be able to kind of like have a little, well, I call it a fight. Johnny calls it just a deflection. I don't do much, but it was fun to be able to say that I was kind of like the only kid that got to have a little tussle with Billy. Obviously, get to sit in the background and
You're
watch
stealing the scene. Look at you back
watch
there.
you fight Marty. Anytime I could kind of lay down and turn my head and just keep an eye open and watch, I would.
And then I get to fly through a window and, you know, do all the fun Cobra Kai stuff. It was cold and rainy. Remember
I was
how-
gonna say, it was freezing out there.
Right.
It was raining sideways when we shot the through the glass. There's actually a pretty cool shot of me getting up in the rain behind me, and we were not in the rain, but it was cold, man.
It was
Yeah,
like
that
it was
was-
like 20 degrees.
Yeah,
Spoiler
it was
alert,
cold.
we're
Well,
not
I
in
guess
Los
it would've been
Angeles.
snow.
We're in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, you just get through when the camera's rolling. It's only what you capture in the frame. Nobody wants to hear, "Oh, my feet were cold." My feet were cold, man.